I was in a car accident with my wife. We survived, but our marriage didn't. The day started like any other. We were on our way to her parents' house for Sunday lunch. The sky was clear, traffic light, and music played low in the background. I remember her reaching over to adjust the air conditioning. I remember smiling at her profile. For a brief second, I thought, this is peace. That thought was shattered by the screech of tires. A truck ran a red light. I tried to swerve. Everything happened in slow motion. Glass shattered. Metal crunched. My ears rang. The world went sideways. When I came to, my arm was pinned and blood was running down my face. But I turned immediately to her. She was unconscious, but alive. Breathing. I called her name. Screamed it. The ambulance came. Lights, sirens, chaos. We were taken to the hospital together. I had a fractured arm and a mild concussion. She had broken ribs and a shattered wrist. But we both lived. That should have been a blessing. But fate had something else in store for me. While I waited in the ER, a nurse handed me my wife's belongings in a clear plastic bag. Her phone, wallet, jewelry. I was dazed but clung to the bag like it was life itself. I don't even know why I opened the phone. Maybe I just needed comfort, familiarity, something to remind me everything was okay. But what I found made my blood run cold. Messages, dozens of them. From a man named Ethan. Flirty texts, pictures, voice notes, even plans to meet up. It wasn't just a fling. It was an affair. Ongoing, emotional, physical. They said they loved each other. I sat there in that waiting room, body broken, heart shattering. I scrolled and scrolled. The timestamps were recent. Some of them were sent while I was asleep next to her. One, from just 30 minutes before the accident. She told him she missed him. She said she wished she were in his car instead. Instead. That word punched the breath out of me. I locked the phone and stared at the wall for a long time. Nurses walked past. Machines beeped. The world continued, but I was frozen. When she woke up, I was sitting at her bedside. She smiled faintly and tried to speak. I asked her how she was feeling. She said she was in pain. I said, "Good." She blinked, confused. Then I handed her the phone. "I know," I said, "about Ethan." Her face went pale. There was no point in denying it. No point in lies. We were already broken. Her silence was all the confirmation I needed. "I didn't mean to hurt you," she whispered. "But you did. While I was loving you, trusting you, building a life with you, you were somewhere else. With someone else." She started crying. I didn't. "How long?" I asked. She hesitated. "Almost a year." "A year." She looked away. "So, while we were planning our anniversary, while we were trying to start a family, you were with him." "It wasn't supposed to happen," she said quickly. "It started as friendship. I was lonely and you were always working. Don't you dare blame this on me. I was working for us, for our future." She reached for my hand. I pulled away. "Every time you kissed me goodnight, every time you said you loved me, it was a lie." "It wasn't. I did love you. I still do." I stood up, staring down at her. "No, you loved the version of me who didn't know. You loved the security I gave you while you chased excitement elsewhere. That's not love. That's using someone." Her tears kept falling, but they didn't move me. "You risked everything," I said. "And for what? A man who doesn't have to deal with your pain, your history, your fears. He just gets the highlight reel while I held the whole weight." She had no answer, just silence. I was there through your worst days, through your anxiety, through your panic attacks. I held you while you cried over things you couldn't even name. And all that time, you were giving your best to someone who didn't earn it. Do you understand how cruel that is? I was confused, she murmured, eyes red. No, I replied, my voice cold. You were selfish. You made me feel like I was crazy for noticing you drifting away. You made me second guess my instincts. And the worst part, I would have forgiven a lot. I would have worked through anything. Except betrayal. She sobbed, shaking her head. I never meant to lose you. But you did. The moment you hit send on those messages. The moment you met him in secret. You made your choice. That silence told me everything. The irony? That accident probably saved my life. Not physically, emotionally. I might have spent years loving someone who never truly loved me back. I might have grown old with someone who looked at another man the way she should have looked at me. I walked away a few days later, arm in a sling, heart cracked open. And I never looked back. Sometimes, the worst things that happen to us reveal the truths we've been blind to for too long. We crashed that day. But only one of us walked away loyal. Over the weeks that followed, I replayed everything in my head. Every late night, she said she was working late. Every time she turned her phone away, just slightly. Every argument she picked for no reason. All the signs were there, flashing in bold, and I ignored them. I blamed stress. I blamed routine. I blamed myself. But she made the choice. She chose someone else while pretending to choose me. One of the hardest things I had to do was tell our families. Her mother cried. My mom didn't say much. She just hugged me and said, I always knew you deserved better. I spent time healing, not just physically, but emotionally. I started therapy. I started journaling. I stopped asking why and started asking what now. And the answer was rebuild. I sold our house, moved to a new city, got a job at a company that valued balance. I took up running, volunteered at an animal shelter, learned how to cook, and slowly I began to breathe again. I never blocked her number, but she never reached out again either. Maybe guilt kept her away, or maybe she was too wrapped up in her new life with Ethan. But I didn't care, because I knew one thing with certainty. The man she cheated with would never fully trust her. The way he got her was the way he'd lose her. And maybe, just maybe, she'd realize too late that she gave up real love for a cheap thrill. And I didn't just survive a car crash. I survived betrayal, heartbreak, and the death of a future I once believed in. And now I'm building something new. Stronger, smarter, and this time, with someone who chooses me in every moment, not just when it's convenient. Because peace isn't found in someone else. It's found when you finally stop settling for less than you deserve.